let's assume that you've got some outstanding strategic value, but the right buyer is overseas. You're in America and they're in England. You're in New Zealand and they're in Germany. You're a very small firm of 10 to 20 people and they're a giant corporation of 30,000 to 200,000. How do you even bridge the gap between where you are and where they are, and your size and their size? So how do we make contact with a global corporation? Well, let's look at it from the point of view of the global corporation. Large corporations typically buy small companies for innovation, patents, trademarks, brands, copyrights, licenses, and then they exploit these throughout their organisation through a large distribution channel or a large customer base. So in actual fact, they have a clear purpose in mind to find companies just like yours in order to exploit the potential in them. They have people whose job it is to find and target companies like yours. So they've got the interest and the motivation. What you need to do is you need to make the connection. Now, you can make the connection through their mergers and acquisition department, but you may find that somewhat confronting because you don't want to confront them with the first conversation about selling your business. Let's take a different approach. Let's go through their business development group. So either through their local subsidiary, through your networks, or by contacting them directly, you want to have a meeting to talk about how you might do business together. You're going to acknowledge to them that you have something that may be of interest to them in generating new revenue, or solving complex problems which they have internally, or taking away a potential threat to their organisation from competitors. When we talk to their business development group, we ask them to think about a strategic partnership. How can we work together to open up new marketplaces, drive new revenue, or solve a strategic problem? And in doing so, we're going to ask them to think about how they might work with us. However, they're going to quickly acknowledge that we're probably too small in order to devote the resources necessary to make it work for a large corporation. And in going through that logic, what we're going to hope they're going to realise is that an acquisition would make a lot more sense. Because through an acquisition, they can put the funding and the resources into the company in order to clearly exploit its potential. So whatever path you use to get to the right people in the organisation and awaken them to this potential, just remember that they have a purpose in finding companies just like yours, and that it should not be an unreasonable attitude of yours to approach them with a potential partnership or a potential acquisition.